Right.
It was quite the adventure. I know. I was so embarrassed.
Your mom's in special forces? The officer laughed, shaking his head. Sweetheart, that's not how the world works. But when the black SUV stopped at the curb, and the woman stepped out in full military uniform, his laughter died instantly. The fluorescent lights of the police station buzzed faintly overhead, their hum cutting through the thick silence that filled the room. At the reception desk stood a young black girl, barely 14, her hands trembling as she clutched her backpack straps. Her voice, soft but steady, broke the stillness. Please, my mom's coming. She's in the special forces. She'll explain everything. The officer behind the counter leaned back in his chair, a smirk creeping across his face. Special forces, huh? That's a new one, he said, glancing at his partner, who chuckled under his breath. Kid, you don't have to make up stories. Just tell us where your real guardian is. Her eyes flickered between them, a mix of fear and quiet pride burning behind the tears. I'm telling the truth, she whispered. She'll be here soon. They laughed again, lightly, dismissively, the kind of laugh that carries more weight than words. A few people in the waiting area looked up, some with pity, others pretending not to notice. The girl lowered her head, clutching the small silver pendant around her neck, engraved with two simple words, for honor. Outside, rain began to fall, tapping softly against the glass doors. Inside, the clock ticked louder than it should have. Each second stretched, testing her patience, testing her faith in the woman she called her mother. Her mother, Captain Alana Brooks, was still 15 minutes away, though to her those minutes felt like miles. She was driving straight from the military base, her uniform still damp from the morning drill. The call had come unexpectedly. Her daughter had been taken to the station after intervening in a schoolyard fight. Alana could already picture the scene, the judgmental glances, the assumptions, the disbelief. She'd lived it all before. Years ago, in the deserts overseas, Alana had led rescue missions where hesitation meant death. Her voice had carried calm through chaos, her courage tested in fire. Yet at home, in the quiet of civilian life, she faced a different kind of battle. One fought not with bullets, but with doubt. Doubt about her worth, her place, her uniform, her skin. Every salute she earned in service couldn't erase the looks she received in line at a grocery store, or the disbelief when she mentioned her rank. So when the call came about her daughter, she didn't just hear concern. She heard the echo of every time someone had underestimated her. Back in the station, the girl sat quietly, eyes fixed on the rain outside. The officer sighed. Look, kid, I'm not saying you're lying, but people like that don't just walk in here. You watch too many movies. She will come, the girl said softly. The man chuckled again. Sure. And I'm the president. Then came the sound, a low, powerful hum of an engine stopping at the curb. Through the glass doors, a black SUV rolled to a halt. Two soldiers stepped out first, standing guard as the third figure emerged. Rain slid off her hat brim as she walked, her uniform sharp, her boots silent against the floor. When she entered, the air shifted. Conversations faded. Even the hum of the lights seemed to bow in her presence. The captain's eyes locked onto her daughter's, softening instantly. Then she turned toward the officer, her voice calm, controlled. I believe you've been speaking to my child. The man blinked, color draining from his face. Ma'am, I didn't realize. No, she said quietly. You didn't. Her gaze didn't rise, didn't need to. It carried the weight of someone who had stood in war zones yet still had to fight for basic respect. Then she knelt beside her daughter, brushing a tear from her cheek. Never feel small for telling the truth, she whispered. People laugh when they can't understand your strength. Silence hung for a long moment. The officer lowered his eyes, shame replacing arrogance. The girl looked up, her tears replaced by pride. As they turned to leave, a young trainee at the desk murmured, Ma'am, thank you for your service. Alana paused, giving a faint smile. Service means nothing, she said gently, if it doesn't teach us respect. Outside, the rain had stopped. The air smelled clean, new, like something heavy had finally lifted. The girl walked beside her mother, holding her hand tighter than before. For the first time that day, she smiled, not because she'd been proven right, but because the world had been reminded of what quiet strength truly looks like. Respect isn't about titles or uniforms, it's about humanity. Sometimes the strongest people are the ones who stay silent while the world underestimates them. Let this story remind us all to look deeper, listen longer, and never judge by what we see on the surface. Where are you watching from today? Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more stories of courage, heart, and unseen heroes.